Okay, good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please remain standing for our prayer. So, who can lead the prayer? Okay, next, please lead the prayer.
Let's put ourselves in the presence of the Lord and thank others and this world. Lord, good afternoon. We keep the full opportunity of this day. We ask for your guidance for our teaching, and we're sorry for all the sins we've committed. This is number 3, amen. Amen.
Okay, once again, good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, before you take your seat, please pick up some pieces of paper. Okay, you can now take your seat. Okay?
Hooray!
Paano?
Jierom!
Thank you for your preparation. So, since you have an idea about Paru-Paru-G, so let's have our game. So, our game is entitled Rock, Paper, Scissors Game or the Bato-Bato Pick. So, are you familiar with it, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, our this game is a by pair. So, you need to pick up. I pick your pair. By pair niya siya. Okay. So, please stand, class. Okay. So, you will play a 5 set. Okay, sige. Go to your pair. Okay, 5 set siya. Then, if kinsang win, so save siya. And kinsang lose, so nasa yung consequence. So, pasayawan niya to sa Paru-Paru-G if kinsang lose. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Try pa? Trial? Trial sa, sige daw. Okay, sige, bato-bato pick. 1, 2, 3, go and...
Bato, pick! Bato, pick!
Ay na, sige. Game na ta, game. Sige. So, our game, 5 sets siya ha, 3 out of 5 ang winner. So, kinsa ang loser mo, ito dito sa tubangan, and pasayawan na to all Paru-Paru-G. So, let's... Yes, sige. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start!
Bato, pick! Bato, pick!
Okay, who win in this pair? Okay, so Hazel, Rex, who is the loser? So, are you ready? I'm so good. Okay, sige, let's start our Paru-Paru-G dance. Ha? Ano? Okay. Then to the left. Okay. Let's start. Okay, thank you. So let's clap our hands. Okay. Now I will introduce to you our classroom rules. So our classroom rules. So who wants to read our classroom rules? Okay, Kaz, please read our classroom rules.
So, classroom rules. First, be on time for class. Second, please behave during class discussion. Third, silent your phone when you are inside the classroom. Fourth, listen to the teacher. Fifth, listen when others are talking. Fifth, respect others. Seven, be kind with your words and action. Eight, raise your hand and wait to be called on. 9, be honest during quiz time. And last, keep your work neat and organized.
Thank you. So who is our class leader? Okay, Miss Hazel. Who are absent?
None, sir.
None? Okay. So, may I present to you our incentives. So, this is our incentive chart. So, it composed of 2 groups, which is the group Y, the group magicians, and the mag hunters. Then, I will give 10 points or a star for those who participate actively. And also 5 points to those, a diamond or a 5 points, and also triangle for a 3 points. So, thank you. Then before we go to our discussion, so can somebody recall our past activity? Rex.
So our last discussion now was all about how to determine the conditions under which lines and segments are parallel or perpendicular.
Thank you, Rex. Okay, this is our group activity 1, entitled Answer All You Can. So, I have hidden a colored paper in your under your armchair. Please pick it up, class. Okay. So, the color, sino yung yung same ng color, so sila yung magkagrupo. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can now, change your seats. So that is your permanent seat for today's discussion. Okay. Instruction. Relate each illustration below with your day-to-day activities. Fill in the blanks with the correct words that would make the following sentences meaningful. Write the words in a paper strip or a paper that I will provide in each group. Then reveal your answer when I told you to do so. So this is our, before that, I will give you a single piece of paper each group. Okay. Then, you can form a circle, class, and form a circle. Be comfortable with the activity. So this is our activity. This is our activity. First question is, now is your blank to change for the better. So fill in the blanks with the answer provided in this figure. Okay, next. I'm blank that you can do better than what is expected of you. Third, you and I have blank to succeed in life. Then 4, it is blank to fish in a soccer field. So I will give you 1 minute to answer that activity. Okay. May start now. You can answer it directly, class. Mas hunters, are you done? Magician, are you done? Are you timing? Your timer stop. Your timer. Magician, are you done? Yes, sir. So, I will give magician a 3-star. A 3-star, a star. 10 points. Because they got it first. Magician. Math hunters, are you done?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you 5 points. Okay, so choose one presenter in your group. Yes.
For the Math Hunters group, so for number 1, now is your chance to change for the better, so change our answer. So for number 2, I'm certain that you can do better than what is expected of you. For number 3, you and I have 4 in 5 chance to succeed in life. And then for number 4, it is impossible to fish in a soccer field.
Okay. Let's give a paru-paru G clap to Math hunters. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, paru-paru G. Okay, to the mathematician.
So our answer, for math, we are the mathematician. So for number 1, now is your our answer is chance. So now is your chance to change for the better. And then for number 2, our answer is certain. So I'm certain that you can do better than what is expected of you. And then for number 3, chance. So you and I have chance to success in life. And then for the last, our answer is impossible. So it is impossible to fish in a soccer field.
So let's give also paru-paru G clap to the mathematicians. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, paru-paru G. Thank you, class. So let's proceed. So based on our activity, what do you think will be our topic this morning? Anyone can guess? This afternoon rather. Okay, tayo ba?
For me, sir, we will tackle on the basic concepts of probability.
Okay. Let's see if Taiba is correct. Okay. Raise your chairs. So our topic this afternoon is about the basic concepts of probability. So let's read our objectives. Who can read our objectives? Rex, please read our objectives.
At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to first define experiment, outcomes, sample space, and event. Second, solve the sample space for each experiment. And lastly, apply the basic concepts of probability and real-life situation.
Okay, that is our objectives in today's discussion. So we will define experiment outcome, sample space, and event. And we will solve the sample space for each experiment. Then we will apply the basic concepts of probability in our real life situation. Next. Okay. Have you at a certain time to ask yourself in these following questions? Okay, who can read and answer the cloud number 1? Okay, Miss Hazel.
What are my chances of getting the correct answer in a true or false type question? Multiple choice type of question.
Okay, like for example, I will give you a situation. When I will give you a test, 10 items of true or false. So how many chances do you have in getting a correct answer of true or false?
10, sir.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Next, our next cloud. Who can read and answer? Rex?
What are the possible routes that I can take in going to school?
Go. From your house to our school. So, what are the possible routes? So, how many routes do you have?
From house to school, sir, I have 3 routes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And next cloud. Who can read and answer? Okay, Kathy.
How likely is that I will be going to recite in our math class today?
So, what are chances? What are the chances? Or how many chances? How likely?
Most likely.
Okay, let's go. Let's start and answer Kathy. Okay, our fourth. Okay, Kaz.
Will I probably win in this game?
Okay, I will give you an example. If you are playing COD or ML, so if you have 5 games, so how many chances do you have in winning those games?
if I have 5 games, so I also have 5 chance to win.
Okay, thank you. Last cloud, Kandi, tayo ba?
Should I bring my umbrella tomorrow? So maybe
It's up
yes
to you.
or maybe no.
Okay. Let's proceed. Okay, I will ask you some question, class. So, how do you deal with those questions, with these questions? Were you able to answer them with certainty? So, anyone can answer that question. Okay. Yes, Glenn?
Sir, for me, sir, those questions deals in a real life situation, sir, in which you are how likely to answer a certain event. So some of the students like me answer certainly and some are not.
Okay, thank you. Okay. In fact, all of that questions above are just try describing probability, which is possibility of occurrences of events in a man's life, which can be expressed as a fraction, a decimal, or a percent. The branch of mathematics that deals with uncertainty is probability. So who can read the book? Kathy, please read.
So, probability. It is a measure or estimation of how likely it is that an event will occur.
Okay. A probability is a measure or estimation of how likely it is that an event will occur. So it is unsure if it is unsure if an event will occur, class. Okay. Activities such as tossing coin or flipping a coin or picking a card from a standard deck of cards without looking, which could be repeated over and over again and which have well-defined results, are called experiments. The results are called outcomes. So like for example, I have here a pair of dice, class. No? If I will roll this dice, what do you call it? If I will roll a dice, it is experiment or an outcome? If I will roll a dice. Again, okay, very good. Rex, it is an experiment because as tossing or flipping a coin or picking a card from a standard deck without looking, it should be repeated over and over again, which will be defined as called an experiment. Because wala pa yung gawas ng result, diba? For example, if I will roll a dice, then what is the outcome? What are the results? Okay, very good. That is our outcome. Next. When you roll a balanced die, there are 6 possible outcomes, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 and 6 rather. Okay. Like for example, this is our dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Who can read? Okay, Rex. Okay.
Getting an even number include three outcomes. These are 2, 4, and 6. Getting an even numbers is called an event.
Okay, our even number includes 3 outcomes, which are the 2, 4, and 6. That is, getting an even number is called an event because it is stated here that getting an even number includes 3 outcomes. One read. Hazel, please read.
The set of all possible outcomes of an experiment is the sample space or probability space, and each individual outcome is a sample point.
So, it is stated here that the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment is a sample space. It is a set. If I will roll a single dice, then the result will be 4. So what it is, class? It is a sample space or it is a sample point?
Sample point.
Okay, very good, Rex. It is a sample point. Then if I will roll a dice, a pair of dice, then the result is 6 and 1. It is a
Sample space.
okay, very good. So that is our experiment. This is our dice. Then this is our outcome, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if we will get 1 in our experiment, if we will roll a single dice in our experiment, then we will get 1. That is a sample point. Sorry, that is a sample point. Okay, and then if we will roll a pair of dice, then we will get the answer of 5 and 3. That is a sample space. That is a set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. It's either 3 or 5. It's either 4 or 1. It's either 4 or 6. Okay. Did you understand, class?
Yes,
sir. Very good. Example. JR, I want to read. Okay, Kat, please read.
JR and his friends perform the same experiment. They decide to find the number of times 3 heads would come up when flipping 3 5 pesos coins simultaneously.
So, JR and his friends performed the same experiment. So, they decided to find the number of times 3 heads would come up when flipping 3 5 peso coins simultaneously. So, they decide to flip a coin, 3 coins. Then how would likely to wait. Okay, this is our question, class. So every time JR and his friends flip the pair coins is an
Outcome.
again, Rex.
Outcome.
Okay, very good, Rex. Okay, number 2, who can answer? Who can read and answer?
I try to.
Okay, Kathy.
The result or
Okay, that's also correct. The result or an outcome.
the outcome that we are looking for is to come up with 3 heads.
Yes. Okay, then number 3. Who can guess? Ini lang. Okay, tayo ba?
The sample space is the set of all possible outcomes.
Okay, very good, Miss Taiba. Let's proceed. So, did you understand, class?
Yes,
Okay, I will give you another example. So, who can read our example? Okay, Glenn, please read our example.
Anne is flipping a coin and rolling 2 dice. How many outcomes are possible?
Okay, this is our answer. Anne is flipping a coin and rolling 2 dice. So, example, Anne has a single coin and also a pair of dice. How many outcomes are possible? In flipping a coin, there are two chances, which could be heads or tails. So 2, then rolling a 2 dice. So there are 6 chances. There are 6 outcomes in rolling a single die. Then plus a single die. So 2 times 6 plus 6 is equals to 2x plus 12, which could come up the answer of 24 outcomes. So, another example, who can read? Kathy.
How many possible outcomes are there if we flip 2 coins and roll 2 dice?
Okay, so there are 2 coins and roll 2 dice. So, in a coin, in single coin, there are 2 chances, heads or tails, plus 2 times 6 plus 6 equals 4 times 12 is equal to 48 outcomes. Did you understand, class?
Yes, sir.
Let's proceed. Okay, I have a question. Okay, based on our discussion, let's have a recap. So what is probability? Who can answer? Catherine.
So, a probability is a measure of estimation of how likely it is that an event will occur.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. Very good. Let's clap our hands to Catherine. Question number 2. Can read and answer. Question number 2. What is an experiment? Okay.
Based on what you have read a while ago, sir, an experiment is about tossing a coin or flipping a dice.
Thank you, Ms. Catherine. So, an experiment is such activities such as tossing a coin, tossing or flipping a coin, or picking a card from a standard deck of cards without looking, which could be repeated over and over again, in which have well-defined results. That is an experiment. Question number 3. So, what is an outcome, class? Who can reason?
So, an outcome is that an activity such as tossing or flipping a coin or picking a card without looking, which could be repeated.
Thank you. Exactly, Ms. Hazel. So, number 4, what is the sample space or probability space? Rex.
So, the set of all possible outcomes is an experiment. Huh?
Sample space.
Okay. What is sample space or probability space? So, sige, sorry.
Conhel.
Sige, help.
Tayo ba?
A sample space is a set of all possible outcomes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Taiba. Let's give hands to Taiba. Okay, did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's proceed and let's have our group activity. So, you can now form a circle class for our group activity. So, instruction. Solve the sample space for each experiment, and when you're done answering with your group, perform the paru-paru jigla. Okay, I will give points to those who done it first. Then also points to who can make it last. So this is our group 1. Tossing a coin. Tossing a 2 coins. Then number 2 is rolling a pair of dice. Then for group 2, tossing a 3 coins. Then number 2 is rolling a pair of dice. Good. This is our. Please form a circle with your group and answer the given task. I will give a piece of paper for each group. Then they will solve the sample space of each experiment. Then you will be given 5 minutes to finish your output. Then present it on class. When you are finished answering, perform a paru-paru jigla. A group will be graded by the following criteria. And this is our rubrics. Okay, our rubrics. Accuracy, 20 points. All of the given problems are answered correctly. Then 15 points, some of the given problems are not answered. Then 10 points, most of the items are incorrect. Then cooperation, all of the members participated in the activity. Then 15 points, some of the members did not participate. Then 10 points, most of the members did not participate. Then presentation and timeliness, the output is presented ahead of time. Then 15 points, the output is presented on time. Then 10 points, the output is presented after the allotted time. So that is our rubric for this activity. Okay, for group 1 and for group 2. Okay, you may start answering your activity. Hey, group hunters have an additional point for the done it first. And then presenter. Select one presenter in each group.
So, for the group of math hunters, so choosing 3 coins, so there's a probability of outcome of 8. So we have the heads and head tail, head tail head, head tail tail, then tail head tail head tail, then tail head. And for rolling a pair of dice, there are 36 outcomes. So from 1 to 6, so it's 90, sir.
Okay. We're going to do the answer, class. I'm sorry. So that's the answer. Okay. Group addition.
So for math addition, this is our output. So for number 1, we have the outcome will be 4. So head, tail, head, and tail. And then for number 2, we have a 36 chance. So ready to go. Number 3.
Okay, thank you, class. So let's give the 2 groups a paro-paro-G clap. So together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, paro-paro-G. So the group math hunters, that is first, so they have the additional 5 points. The accuracy, 20%. The cooperation, 20 points rather. The cooperation, 20 points. The presentation and timeliness, 20 points plus 5 points. The math addition, they got accuracy 20 points. cooperation, 20 points. And also the presentation and timeliness is 20 points. So, okay, did you enjoy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will ask somebody. Somebody who can answer. Somebody who can give an example about the probability, basic concept of probability in a real life setting. Who can give an example? Who can relate it? Give some example in a real life setting. You guys.
One of example of this is when you are taking the exam. There is 1/2 or you have 50% in passing the exam.
Okay, thank you guys. Let's clap our hands to guys.
Okay, let's have our evaluation. Direction. Read each item carefully and circle the letter of your correct answer. Question number 1. It is a measure or estimation of how likely it is that an event will occur. A. Event. B. Experiment. C. Probability. And D. Outcomes. Number 2. It is a result of an experiment. A. Certain. B. Likely. C. Outcomes. D. Sample space. For items 3 to 5, suppose you are holding a deck of cards. A card contains 13 hearts, 13 diamonds, 13 spades, and 13 clubs. 13 hearts are considered of ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, and king. Number 3. Picking a diamond from a deck of cards is what we call A. Sample space, B. Sample point, C. Event, D. Experiment. Number 4. The activity of picking a card from a standard deck of cards without looking, which could be repeated over and over again, and which have well-defined result, is A. Probability, B. Outcomes, C. Experiment, D. Sample point. 5. It is a set of all possible outcomes when picking a card from a standard deck of cards. A. Sample point, B. Outcomes, C. Sample space, and D. Experiment. Okay, let's check our answer. Okay, number 1. It is a measure of estimation of how likely it is that an event will occur. C. Probability. Number 2. It is a result of an experiment. Our answer is also letter C. Outcomes. Number 3. Picking a diamond from a deck of cards is what we called. Our answer is also letter C. Event. Number 4. The activity of picking a card from a standard deck of cards without looking, which could be repeated over and over again and which have well-defined results, is C. Experiment. Number 5. It is a set of all possible outcomes when picking a card from a standard deck of cards. Our answer is also letter C. The sample space. So, who got correct? Oh, good. All of you got correct. Now, that's the end of our lesson. So our math quote for today: the most important things in life is to stop saying I wish and start saying I will. Consider nothing impossible. Then treat possibilities as probabilities, by Charles Dickens and David Copperfield. Thank you, class, and once again, good afternoon. See you next meeting.